The way we get clients online has changed. Ads are expensive, Instagram is crowded, and referrals are unpredictable. But what if I told you there is one client getting system left online that no one really talks about, but one that's quietly producing more $10,000 to $30,000 months than any of the other popular tactics you've heard of? And the people that are using it, not influencers, they're not entertainers. No, these are experts that get paid real good money without needing to go viral. And the best part of all of this is that this system is sitting in plain sight. Most people do not even use it, or the people that are using it, they use it so badly that they convince themselves it doesn't work. By the end of this video, you will understand why this might be the last and best client getting system left online. So let's get started. In this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you how it works without the fluff or hype. It's a step-by-step system that's helping coaches, consultants, and agency owners hit $10,000 to $30,000 per month consistently, even if they've never been active on this platform before. It's so simple you can start implementing this before dinner tonight. And just to be transparent, my results and my client results aren't guaranteed, but what you're about to see is based on a proven framework that's working right now for people just like you. And now I know that sounds good in theory, but let me show you what this actually looks like in real life. Nicholas, a career coach for tech professionals, had been pushing before, but it wasn't turning into revenue. After implementing the system, he added $32,593 in new revenue in just 8 weeks, launching a new group program. And he now brings in $10,000 to $20,000 per month consistently in just 45 minutes a day. Gabby, who runs a personal branding agency, would have had some traction, but nothing ever converted. After implementing this system, she closed $15,000 in new deals and finally had a clear pipeline she could manage instead of constantly chasing leads. And Tobias, a sales consultant who knew his stuff, cold calling, cold email, you name it. But he wanted inbound leads that came to him. After just one session, he changed the way he showed up. Next day, he landed one of his biggest inbound leads, and he now generates 2 qualified inbound leads every week, spending less than 30 minutes per day using the system. Within 20 weeks, he made over $50,000 and stacked his pipeline for months. These aren't unicorns. They are people, they're coaches, consultants, agency owners, people who are already good at what they do, but didn't know how to actually bring in clients consistently. So the question isn't, does this system work? It's, are you showing up in a way that lets it work for you? In case we haven't met, my name is Jesse van Breugel. Over the past 4 years, I've helped coaches, consultants, solopreneurs, and agency owners hit consistent $10,000 to $30,000 per month without needing ads, a big audience, or cold outreach. These clients came from over a dozen industries, but they all tapped into the same overlooked system, the one most people still misuse, even if realizing it. Just so you know, this is in theory. I've built an online audience of 64,000 followers, been named a top 50 creator in marketing and sales, and generated over $2 million in organic revenue. No ads, no gimmicks, just a clear system that works. I've worked with 7 and 8 figure business owners to implement this system successfully, just like Joshua, as you can see in the screen. But honestly, I care just as much about helping the solo consultant who is winging every part, who is good at what they do, but feels invisible online. I didn't start with a big platform or a fancy network, but when I got serious, no one knew who I was. I had less than 1,000 followers, no strategy, no traction, and like most people, I wasted months trying to figure it out the hard way. Trial, error, and crickets. But once I figured out this system, everything changed. And it can for you too. You've probably figured it out by now. The platform is LinkedIn, but not the way most people use it. See, most people treat LinkedIn like a resume, a networking site, or a place to post motivational fluff. But when used correctly, it quietly becomes the most consistent and scalable way to attract high-ticket clients without chasing likes, DMs, or trends. Now, you might be thinking, LinkedIn, that platform doesn't work for me. But before you lose interest and watch something else, hear me out. This is exactly what Nicholas, Gabi, and Tobias thought too, until they stopped using it like everyone else and started using it like the experts do. So why this system? Why LinkedIn? Why content? And why now? There are a lot of ways you can try to get clients. You can run ads, you can send cold DMs, you can post on Instagram and hope for a miracle. But the method I'm about to walk you through works differently. Here's why it works better, especially if you're a coach, consultant, or agency owner looking for consistent, high quality clients without burning out. Reason number one, you build trust before the sales call. Most people try to sell to cold leads, and when they get ghosted, they think it's a sales problem. But it's not. The real problem is zero trust. This system warms up your audience so by the time someone books a call, they already trust you, know your expertise, and want to work with you. Not by playing the convincing game, just providing clarity. Reason two, you attract, not chase. Ads and cold outreach force you to push. This system flips that. Your content becomes a magnet that attracts high quality leads. Even if they don't show it publicly, they're paying attention. And when the timing is right, they DM you. And yes, it works even if you have a small audience. In fact, one of our clients, Michael, had a tiny audience of 221 followers when we started. 12 weeks later, he had signed a 7-figure customer for his SaaS agency. And all through his organic LinkedIn strategy. The exact one I will be showing you today. Reason number three, it compounds over time. Cold emails, one and done. Ads, stop spending and the leads stop. But content built on trust, that sticks and compounds. You can post something today and get a DM from it 3 weeks from now. And that's the power of compounding, something almost no other model gives you. And that's why this works. It's just a smarter way to build authority and generate leads using the platform your ideal clients already use every day. Here's the truth. Most people are not failing on LinkedIn because they're lazy and unskilled. They're failing because they've been giving the wrong strategy or no strategy at all. You've been told to post every day, so you do. You write tips, share lessons, try some trendy hooks, and maybe you get a few likes. But nothing happens. No DMs, no calls, no clients. And that's where the frustration kicks in. Because you're doing what the gurus said, but it's not moving the needle. You start asking yourself, is it me? Am I just not cut out for this? But here's the real issue. You're posting, but not positioning. You don't have a system that connects content to conversions. So all your effort is wasted. You're visible, but not value. Or maybe you don't post at all. Not because you don't want to, but because every time you open that blank post box, you freeze. You overthinking every word. Does it sound cringe? Does it sound like me? Will anyone even care? You over-edit, overthink, and eventually don't post at all. And then you feel behind. Meanwhile, you see people with less experience than you blowing up with content, and it's demoralizing. It's not a writing problem, it's a clarity problem. You haven't nailed your message, your niche, or your positioning, so nothing you say really sticks. And even if you're getting profile views or engagement, you're stuck in the what now zone. Someone likes your post, great. But how do you turn that into a client? You try cold pitching in the DMs. It feels awkward. You try warming people up manually. It takes forever. Or worse, you do nothing and let that opportunity fade into nothing. And this isn't your fault. You just haven't been given a framework for what to say, how to say it, and how to lead a conversation from comment to call without sounding like a desperate sales rep. It's like trying to play a video game on expert mode, without a map, without a weapon, and no idea what the objection even is. Of course it's frustrating. Of course you're stuck. But once you understand how this actually works, you start using a system that simplifies everything. It doesn't just feel easier, it starts working. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Because when you're choosing a client acquisition method, you need to compare it through the right lens. Not just what looks good on a reel, but what actually works long term. Here's how I look at it. I evaluate every client acquisition method based on 6 key metrics. 1. Lead quality. 2. Startup cost. 3. Predictability. 4. Time to results. 5. Brand building potential. And 6. Growth potential. Now, if we run all the popular client getting methods through this lens, here's what we get. The first strategy is the viral strategy. So this is like the Instagram or the Twitter strategy. Lead quality, very low. Startup cost, low. That's a good thing. Predictability, medium. Time to results, well, it will take quite a few months to make this work. Brand building, well, if you're just relying on viral content, there's not much branding building. Growth potential, well, it's low, right? Because you're trying to nail the game. Referrals and networking, that's a strategy most clients, most coaches, most consultants, most agency owners rely on the most. The lead quality, high for sure, because someone comes in. Startup cost, low, good. Predictability, what do you think about that? Extremely low. You can never predict whenever a referral or a networking comes, right? Time to results, unknown. Brand building, low. Growth potential, low. So not the best strategy, right? So what's the next one? Paid ads, lead quality, medium. Startup cost, high. Predictability, high. Okay. Time to results, it still takes 3 to 6 months to get this work. Brand building, low, because you're just paying for the ads. Growth potential, medium. Okay. So the fourth strategy you can use, cold outreach, lead quality, low. Startup cost, medium, because you just need some tools to get it done. Predictability, low. Time to results, it takes some months to get it work, but less than paid ads. Brand building, extremely low, because you're just reaching out to people, you're not building equity. And growth potential, low. So as you can see, these strategies work. They have some benefits here and there, but I see more red than I see green and yellow. So now we know what doesn't work. What does work? The ideal client acquisition system is simple. It brings in high quality leads, people who already know they need what you offer. It costs next to nothing to run. It builds your authority while you sleep, and it compounds over time. So it gets easier, not just harder. That system, it's building an authority-based lead gen engine on LinkedIn. A system that's designed from day one to attract qualified leads. Position you as the only logical choice in your niche, and convert attention into clients with no ad spend, no cold outreach, and no guesswork. And the strategy is LinkedIn organic. So as you can see, the lead quality is very high because people come basically to you. They understand who you are. Startup cost close to zero. Like an account on LinkedIn is free. And in order for you to run this strategy, you need no tools. There's literally no cost involved. Predictability high, because the time to results, as you can see, is 30 to 60 days. Like people are getting results super fast, and then it becomes predictable revenue stream. Brand building extremely high, because besides generating high quality leads, you're literally building a personal brand. And the long-term growth potential is of course super high. So if we compare the LinkedIn organic strategy to these other 4 major strategies, we can see it wins on every aspect. And here's what makes this moment especially exciting. The shift has already happened. Buyers do not trust ads. They don't respond to cold emails. They go to LinkedIn to find the expert they want to hire. The only question is, will they find you? Now, if you're thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but can I actually do this? Let me walk you through the 4 biggest doubts I hear and exactly how we solve them. Problem number 1, I don't know how to position myself as an expert. Well, there is a simple step. Use our one-of-one method to craft a profile and offer so dialed in that prospects land on your page and instantly think, this is the person I have been looking for. Problem 2, I don't know what to post or attract clients. Simple. Use our content to client cycle to create high converting LinkedIn posts in 15 minutes or less, using AI as your assistant, not your crutch. Problem 3, I don't know how to turn attention into actual revenue. Simple. Use our messaging metrics to turn comments, likes, and profile views into booked calls without sounding salesy or pushy. Problem 4. I don't know how to get clients without paid ads or cold outreach. Simple. Use our AI-powered client engine to generate leads organically so clients come to you instead of you chasing them. This system was built for people who aren't marketeers by trade. So if you're good at what you do, but invisible online, this makes you visible. If you don't want to be dancing on camera or spamming people in the DMs, this gives you another path. And if you've tried before and failed, this is the last system you'll need. Now, I could stop here, but if you're still wondering whether this actually works out in the real world, let me give you a few more examples. From crickets to tree retainers. So our friend John here, before he was posting great content, but 0 leads, 0 sales. After plugging into the system, he signed 3 retainer clients in 2 months. He cut his content creation time in half, and he built a repeatable client acquisition system. These are skills he will use forever. 500K views, 2 clients landed. So our friend Josh here, he was posting, he had over 500,000 impressions, but 0 DMs, 0 sales. After implementing this system, he closed 2 high-ticket clients in just 6 weeks. He built a predictable inbound lead flow, and he went from posting noise to consistent client conversations. Or our friend JP, who went with this very structured system to 3 clients fast. So before he was active on LinkedIn, but messy DMs, no clear system, no clients. And after installing the full framework, he dialed in his clear offer, built a structured content system, used DMs to close 3 high-ticket clients within weeks. And as he said himself, everything clicked, strategy, execution, and momentum finally aligned. Here's the thing, LinkedIn isn't saturated, not even close. LinkedIn presents a unique situation in the social media landscape. As you can see in the bottom right corner, the content creators, only 3 million. It's such a small percentage of the whole pie that you cannot even see. You cannot even see the color, right? It's such a small percentage of people that are actively creating content on LinkedIn. Most people are still using it like a CV or just reposting company updates. But your buyers are already there. Decision makers, founders, clients who are actively looking for experts to solve real problems. And there is a massive gap between people who need help and people who know how to show up with authority. And that window of opportunity, it's open right now, but it won't be forever, because the second your competitors figure out this, they become the authority and you're playing catch up. So how does this actually work? What makes this different from just posting more on LinkedIn or trying another funnel? Let me break it down. What we teach is a system called the Authority Flywheel. It's made up of 3 simple but powerful parts. The Authority Flywheel consists of the one-of-one method into the content to client cycle into the messaging metrics. And all of this, of course, is heavily powered by AI. So the one-of-one method. Most people are just another face in the crowd on LinkedIn. And this framework makes you the obvious choice. The content to client cycle. Forget going viral. You use short, high-trust posts to quietly turn strangers into leads. Plus, don't worry about ideating and writing from scratch. You're simply using AI, even when you've never done it before. The messaging metrics. No pushy sales tactics. Just a natural flow that moves people from content to conversation to booked calls. This is what makes our system work, even for beginners, without needing a big audience, paid ads, or cold outreach. Now, let's walk through exactly how you will use it step by step. Think of it like this. This system turns your LinkedIn presence into a silent, invisible funnel, one that's always working quietly in the background, pulling in leads without a single dollar spent on ads. This is exactly what our friend John here has seen. He took his agency to getting inbound leads 4 to 7 a week just through LinkedIn. So that's great, right? It's like what Amazon did with one click buy. Remove the friction, simplify the decision. Make it easy for your ideal clients to say yes before you even speak to them. So by the time they reach out, they're already convinced and ready to buy. And the best part, you don't need a big audience. You don't need to be a pro content creator. You just need to follow the system, step by step, post by post, DM by DM. That's what makes this different, and that's what makes this work. Now, let me walk you through exactly how to plug it in for yourself, starting with step one. Step one is the one-of-one method. This is where we flip the switch from invisible expert to the obvious choice on LinkedIn. If your positioning is weak, everything breaks. People won't click, they won't DM, they won't book. You will look like just another coach, consultant, or agency owner. We lock in your niche, clarify your offer, and turn your profile into a landing page that says, "This is the expert I've been looking for." Profile banner, headline, about section, call to action, all dialed. Tobias landed his first inbound lead ever 24 hours after we dialed in his positioning. 20 weeks later, he made $50,000 via LinkedIn. You don't need 10 years of experience. You just need to communicate real value clearly. That's what makes you one-of-one. Step number 2, content to client cycle. You don't post to go viral. You post to get clients. This is how you create content that starts conversations and builds trust. Content is what keeps you top of mind. And the right post, seen at the right time, generates a lead instantly. But without a system, content becomes guesswork and burnout. We give you a 4-post authority framework that positions you as the expert and turns attention into booked calls. We built your own AI-powered content assistant with ChatGPT. Write posts in under 15 minutes that position you as the expert consistently. This is exactly what our friend Scott did. He built the GPT, the middle funnel content GPT, to write a LinkedIn post. He booked a call through it, and within 7 days, he closed his deal, turning into a $3,500 per month retainer. So that's about the ROI. And as you can see in the screenshot as well, normally it takes him 3 to 4 weeks to close a client. In this process, it took him only 7 days. So like I said, the lead quality to organic content is absolutely much higher than the rest of the strategies you can use to get clients. Plus, you will never run out of ideas with our infinite ideation workflow. This system gives you the prompts. AI helps you to shape the message. All you need to do is execute. Step number 3, messaging metrics. This is where content turns into clients, because attention means nothing if you don't follow up with the right action. Most people get profile views, comments, even DMs, and do nothing. They wait, they guess, and they lose the lead. We give you a proven messaging flow. Move from comment to profile view to natural DM to booked call. We show you how to qualify leads and lead the conversation without sounding like a closer. Gabby uses exact DM structure and closed 15,000 euros in 4 weeks, revenue that was already sitting in our pipeline, ready to be converted. As you can see here. Think you will sound salesy. Well, you won't. You're not sending cold pitches. You're starting real conversations structured the right way. Let's talk numbers for a second, because I want you to see what this actually looks like when it works. You're probably already signing clients at this point, just not consistently. Some months you make $5,000. Other months you barely scrape $1,000. And when someone asks, "How's business?" you say, "It depends." You're sick of chasing people, worrying, and never knowing where your next deal is coming from. This system changes that. Say you bring on just 2 to 3 clients per month using this system. Each client pays you between $1,500 to $2,000 per month, which is standard for coaching, consulting, and done-for-you services. Even with a 3-month retention average, you are stacking $9,000 to $18,000 per month in recurring revenue by month 3. Not by hustling harder, but by using a system that compounds. Then that's over $100,000 in predictable revenue per year. As you can see, if you visualize it, if you sign 3 clients per month, you can make close to $200,000 in a year. So that's a multi-6-figure business just using this system. All without spending thousands of dollars on ads, building complicated funnels, wasting 15 hours a week on content. Without a system, like I said, you might be making 1K a month, 5K the next month, but you have zero predictability and 100% chaos. With this system, you close 2 to 3 clients per month. So that's the 3K to 6K per month on an average deal size of $1,500 to $2,000 per client. In 2 months, that compounds to $6,000 to $12,000. And in 3 months, that comes up to $9,000 to $18,000 recurring revenue. Focus on compounding and not on chaos. That's the kind of income most people spend years chasing in corporate jobs. But you can create it from a laptop with a few well-written posts and a repeatable DM flow in 3 to 5 hours per week. Way less time than most people spend in Zoom meetings every single week. Compare that to running ads where you're spending $1,500 per month to test, or cold outreach where you send 500 messages to maybe book one call, or Instagram where you have to entertain just to stay relevant. This model is fun, scalable, and respected. You're not begging, you're not chasing, you're building authority. And authority compounds. Imagine this. You wake up, no new comments on your post, one person DM'd you overnight asking about working with you, you check your calendar, 3 calls booked this week, all inbound. It's exactly what our friend Peter did here. He followed the DM script and he booked 3 calls in 6 days, which is of course absolutely amazing. You're spending maybe 45 minutes a day on LinkedIn. Your brand is growing, your pipeline is full, and most importantly, you feel in control again. You've created a predictable stream of income like you've always wanted. This isn't a fantasy. It's what actually happens when you follow a system that works. Now, if you're still watching, you're probably in one of 2 places. Either you're already posting on LinkedIn and it's not leading to clients, or you're holding back because you're not sure what to say or how to say it without sounding cringe. You might be thinking, I've tried LinkedIn before and it didn't work. My audience is too small. I'm not a content person. I'm scared I will sound like everyone else. I get it. Those are legit thoughts. But here's the truth. If you're posting on LinkedIn without results, it's not your fault. You are told to just be consistent or add value without ever being shown how to position yourself, how to build trust, or how to turn attention into conversations. That's not a content problem. That's a strategy problem. And if you're worried about sounding generic, it's probably because you've been piecing things together from free advice, templates, or other people's posts. It's not that you lack confidence, it's that no one ever taught you how to communicate your value clearly. And let's be real for a second. Maybe you've had a few people engage with your post. They liked, commented, even checked your profile, but you didn't know what to do next. So the moment passed. The opportunity slipped through. And that's not a sales problem. That's a system problem. The real mistake isn't trying and failing. It's thinking you have to figure this out alone. Because here's what happens when you try to do this without a clear system. You burn hours writing posts with zero performance. You second guess everything you write. You miss leads that were right in front of you. And worst of all, you stay stuck watching other people grow with the exact same expertise as you, simply because they were shown how to package it better. And that's what this system is for. It gives you the roadmap, it removes the guesswork, it turns LinkedIn from a place of comparison into your #1 marketing and sales channel to consistently get clients. So now you've got 2 options. Option 1, you go at it alone. Keep piecing content together from YouTube, rewriting your profile for the 10th time, and sending DMs that don't land. You probably get there eventually, but it will cost you months of trial and error, missed leads, and opportunities slipped through the cracks. Option 2, you plug into a proven system, one that's already helped coaches, consultants, and agency owners book 2 to 4 calls per week, close $5,000, $10,000, even $20,000 plus per month consistently, without ads, cold outreach, or becoming a so-called content influencer. That's exactly what we do inside the Authority Figures program. It's a done-with-you coaching program to help you consistently have $10,000 plus per month on LinkedIn using a simple 3-part system. One-of-one method. Craft a profile and offer so dialed in, the right people land on your page and instantly think, this is the expert I've been looking for. Content to client cycle. Use our 4-post content system plus your own AI-powered content assistant to consistently attract high-intent leads in 15 minutes or less. The messaging metrics turn likes, comments, and views into booked calls using a 3-message flow that feels natural, never salesy, and closes high-ticket clients fast. And on top of that, you're heavily utilizing AI because remember, you're a business owner, not a full-time content creator. This isn't a watch some videos and hope for the best course. It's real support with real humans. And here's what you get: 2 community calls per week with me, not a coach or a generic support rep. No, me. A step-by-step roadmap that covers everything from offer to profile to follow up to closing deals. And an AI-enhanced workflow that saves time without sacrificing your authenticity. Look, I've worked with 7 and 8-figure clients to grow their business using LinkedIn. I've helped people like Nicholas scale to $20,000 per month, Gabi land $15,000 in just 4 weeks, and Tobias closed 50,000 of contracts. But what I care about is helping people who are good at what they do and just need a system that works. This is that system. You've seen the results. You've seen the framework. Now the question is, are you ready to implement it? Here's exactly what you get when you join the Authority Figures program. A plug-and-play system designed to get you consistent 10K plus months on LinkedIn. Phase 1 is, of course, the one-on-one method. So flip the switch from being the invisible expert to the authority figure in your industry. You dial in profile, banner, headline, about section, call to action, clarity around who you help and what results you deliver. Dial in your high-ticket offer plus ideal client profile with one-on-one support. Phase number 2, content to client cycle. This is where quality leads come from. You build a personal content system that gets you prospects to lean in and come to you. You will get our proven 4-post framework, value, credibility, call to action, and engagement, AI-powered content assistant powered by custom GPTs, our infinite ideation workflow to eliminate blank page syndrome, build powerful lead magnets that generate hundreds of warm leads per week, automate your nurturing with email sequences and a CRM setup, use AI plus tools like Sales Navigators and ChatGPT to save time without sounding like a robot. Phase number 3, the messaging metrics. So attention without action is just waste opportunity. We give you simple DM strategies that turns post engagement into booked calls without sounding pushy. You will learn how to qualify and lead conversations naturally. Use our DM to call conversation scripts to book 2 to 4 calls per week. Master personalized low pressure follow-up strategies. You also get these high value bonuses: plug and play templates and scripts, AI enhanced content and DM prompts, one-on-one coaching calls with myself if you join the VIP tier, private Slack channel also if you join the VIP. Why this is the last client acquisition program you will need? Other programs will throw you in a course and disappear. Others might teach you cold DMs or ads that only work for a few. This program gives you everything: a proven system, personalized support, an AI-enhanced execution, plus real results to back it up. From day one, you will be plugged into our private school community, a private, high-level space where you're just not consuming, you're implementing alongside other agency owners, coaches, and consultants doing the same thing. Stuck on your LinkedIn profile? Upload a Loom and we will review it. Not sure about the piece of content? Post it, we'll break it down and help you sharpen it. We don't let questions sit unanswered. If you show up, we show up harder. You also have access to 2 live group coaching calls every week where we review your strategy, answer questions in real time, workshop your content, DMs, and positioning, and share what's working on LinkedIn right now. All calls are recorded. That's where the real magic happens. Inside the program, we celebrate action and wins. Every time someone lands a client, they post a win update in the group. For example, you can see here Linda, who had an amazing Christmas last year. She signed her first client on a new offer at $7,500, which of course is amazing. And as you can see in the screenshots, she was like questioning things, but then the deal came through and she's like, oh yeah, this system actually works. And we're like, yeah, of course it works, but it's amazing to see it put into practice. So yeah, this creates a culture of momentum where action taking becomes the norm. You're not just learning the strategy, you're watching it work in real time for people at all stages. You don't have to do this alone. And honestly, you shouldn't, because business moves faster when you have the feedback, structure, and people in your corner. So let's talk about how to get started. If you made it this far, you already know this system works. You've seen the process, the case studies, and what's possible for you. For the level of support, strategy, and structure this includes, most programs will charge $5,000 to $10,000 plus up front. And honestly, it will still be worth it. But I want this to be a no-brainer for the right person. Now, your timing matters because we cap enrollment at max 10 people per month. This is not because we're doing fake scarcity, but because we offer real one-on-one support and we keep the group high caliber. If you're serious, and I want you to give you the space and attention to actually implement. The only risk here is waiting. So every day you wait is another post, another DM, another dream client slipping past.